Hey everyone, hope you can hear me. This is Micah. As I just mentioned in my email, I'm gonna see what it's like giving my messages via Zoom now. And as you can see, I've got my lovely flower picture from Butch Art Gardens that I absolutely love. So in this episode, you're not going to see my face this time, but maybe next time you will. May take me some getting used to kind of talk by myself here. Got to get a little bit of the nerves out. But some of you know, you've probably seen me in yoga class. And I did just recently release my podcast with a friend of mine called The Ninth Hour. And it's going to be public shortly. So I wanted to tell you all about that. I will say I will classify the podcast as, I guess you might say, an alternative media, other way of looking at things of sorts. So we are not politically correct, racially correct, religiously correct, spiritually correct, really any way correct. We are talking about our experiences with all kinds of things across time and space, covering the multidimensionality of ourselves and of life, of the solar system, of this galaxy, this universe, multiverse, omniverse vibe kind of thing. So if you're interested in that, and it doesn't matter what kind of background you have, but if you're interested in that and you're open to it, I invite you all to check it out, and I would love your feedback. Like I said, it's very different, but I like doing things differently, and I'm really grateful for the opportunity to present some perspectives that I have, and I think you're really going to enjoy Barry's voice as well, and what he has to share about the human experience. And just for a bit of a preview, we're covering a lot of basically the hero's journey. So if you're interested in that, our perspectives on that, we cover a lot of movies and like The Matrix and The Dark Knight. So if you're interested in that kind of occult Gnostic info, that's what we're covering in that episode. And we're probably going to continue to go down that realm because we're very deep. I'm very deep. So please check that out. Would love for you to do so. It's about 2 hours long whenever you get a chance. If you like, if you choose, if you like, you don't have to. But this newsletter that I have here through this Zoom platform is going to be shorter. So, and maybe now that I can talk, instead of spend some time writing, I might do more of them. So thank you for that update. And again, thank you for receiving me. And let's see, because I have a list. I'm going to make sure I cover some things since I'm not writing it. Yoga. Yes, I am still doing yoga on Tuesday nights, 9:15 through the Bedtime Flow with Jessica Nichols. If you have any questions about that, you can send me an email, but class, and I can give you the class details and everything, but I'm teaching Tuesdays, 9:15 p.m. And I will also be covering this Thursday as well, 9:15 p.m. This is a class of self-inquiry. The theme is called Know Thyself. So we are getting to know ourselves through our bodies. And that's how I facilitate the yoga experience, and just some inspirational quotes and things to ponder and consider. So I would love to see you there. There you will definitely see my face. Like I said, this time I'm not going to show my face, but you'll definitely see my face in the yoga classes. So I'd love to have you. If you'd like more details, please let me know. It's open to anyone and of all levels. My point is just for people to have a good time, be with their bodies, appreciate their bodies, allow their bodies to move with the poses that I guide you through. And it's definitely my intention that you feel better coming out of class than when you came in, and hopefully gain some wonderful insight about yourself. So again, if you have any questions, let me know. We'd love to have you. Those of you who have continued to come to class, thank you so much. I'm glad I've been given the opportunity to do this, and it's a lot of fun. You know, as people know, I like to laugh and, do my thing. Like I said, come as you are, enjoy yourself, and don't take life too seriously, because I think we're doing way too much of that these days. So next thing on the list, what is on the list? So some of you guys have probably some of you guys have probably heard me talk a little bit about Tzolk'in cosmology. It's another cosmology system. People have astrology, Vedic astrology, Mayan calendar. The Zolkin cosmology is often compared to the original Mayan calendar, but it's very different, well, slightly different. They have some of the same archetypes, but still different. And today, and this actually, when you guys get the recording, it's going to be the second day, but on this day that I'm recording, it's the first day of the mirror cycle. And with Zolkin cosmology, as in the Mayan calendar as well, cycles, there's different kinds of cycles, but the mirror cycle and every other archetypal cycle lasts 13 days. And we have other cycles that last 4 days, 20 days, different things like that. But I just thought I would introduce a little bit of it because I talk about it in the podcast, and I'll probably be talking about it here. That the mirror cycle is about the mirror, among other things. And particularly one of the characteristics is contemplation, reflection, meditation. It's got a soft approach, but it can also have a bit of some of the sharp edges too. Because if you break a mirror, you have the shattered pieces and you have the knife and things like that. So what I would invite, if you'd like to take the invitation, is for the next 13 days, have a more contemplative, meditative approach to life. See things from a greater perspective. One of the other things about the mirror is cosmic order, the way things in life are arranged, the way that cycles occur, begin and end. And there are all kinds of cycles in our lives, right? Things going on in the world, things going on in our personal world. I know sometimes it can be very easy to get into the minute details, kind of like bringing your eyes like very, very close to the TV screen of your life, and also physically, sometimes we do that. But this cycle I sense is a time to pull back a little bit, look at your life, look at things with no point of view and no judgment. The mirror can show you a lot of things, but that's how you choose to perceive it. The mirror itself has no judgment. The mirror itself has no point of view. It's us who choose to have the judgments and points of views. The mirror will just show you what you perceive to be. And again, I sense this is a chance to have an open perspective, not getting caught up in the judgments of ourselves, but just seeing things more openly, seeing things around us more openly, looking at things. What is life showing us? What is the greater cosmic order in our lives, in the world around us, without having to judge, without having to react or resist? And yeah, see what that does. Allow yourself to be refined. When we talk about the knife and honing the sword too, right? Honing the sword, I guess, if you have like a warrior archetype too. So talking about the sharp edges, the mirror, this can also be a time of refinement. Refining who you are, allowing yourself to be refined, allowing yourself to change. Because as we know, changes are coming. They've been coming, and from several cosmologies and things I've looked at, there's going to be rapid change for, well, most certainly the next several years. But we don't have to go that far ahead. We're just talking about right now. Just take some time, take some space, pull back, observe things, observe your life, and even observe those around you. Again, if you can, just as openly and as clearly as possible, you might be able to receive some greater insights than you thought you could. Because again, it's just my perspective. The mirror doesn't have any judgment. No judgments, no points of views. It can only show us the judgments and points of views we have of ourselves. So if we were to drop that and just have more of an open mind, carry ourselves with a sense of greater ease and just be open and available to receiving, we might be able to see the greater unfoldment, the greater cycles, the greater cosmic order that's occurring in our lives and the lives around us, if we so choose, right? So again, Zolkin cycle, many different cycles. This one is the mirror. It's 13 days. Every Zolkin week is 13 days. So I hope I broke that down simply enough. I might be able to do some of that again in future quote unquote episodes. Let's see if there's anything else I have on the list to tell anyone. I'm going to do my best to do a book recommendation every week. You will probably hear about a book I love dearly called The Gene Keys. It is one of my favorite books, probably one of the greater tools that's been a great contribution in my life and the lives of other people I've recommended the book to. Really great book for inquiry and contemplation, like we talked about. The book itself talks about contemplating ourselves and our existence and who we are as individuals by way of our DNA and what some of our, you might say, lesser traits that we display, our higher traits that we display tell us about us. So I will be mentioning more of that, but it's a book I highly recommend. You don't have to be any way spiritual, but if you want to gain more insight about, again, about yourself, right? The mirror, looking at the cosmic order, the greater cycles going on about yourself, and again, about the world that you're living in, this is a wonderful, wonderful book. It's not something that you just read through. It's one that you pick it up, you just flip to a page, you read it. You may have a reaction or response to it, usually in your body. At least that's been my experience. You may contemplate it, reflect on it, put it down, come back to it. But it is a really, really wonderful book that I find is insanely accurate. And if you are someone who's into personal cosmologies, if people get their Western astrological reading, Zolkin cosmology also has a personal reading. This book, The Gene Keys, also has, I think it's called the hologenetic profile that you can get online for free. And that can show you the gene keys that basically are going to play a major role in your life. And so if you do that, you get the book, you might be surprised. Like I was surprised, like what are the main themes in your life? So that is a huge recommendation. I absolutely love this book. I read it, I reference it all of the time. And it's one of those things that if you want a way to shift your perspective and you need like an exterior tool, particularly if your meditation or whatever you're doing is it's fine, but you want to add more to it, I feel this book will do the trick. Just simply reading it, reflecting on it, receiving it, absorbing it is, I highly recommend. It's golden because I talk about it all the time. And it's, like I said, it's one of those you don't read through. You might read through a little bit and you'll put it down, and you might not read it for like several months, and you'll pick it up, and then you'll just be like, that's going to be your thing to read like for the next several weeks. At least that's been my rhythm. So I'm back at it right now. And it's like I said, it's really helpful in understanding yourself and the world around you. Know thyself, right? Knowing yourself. Life is it's a journey of exploration of who we are and being who we are, and especially in a world and society that tells us to be anything but. So that might be all the things that I have to say for now. I know this is a bit of a different tone than you may hear me speak in my podcast, but I just wanted to make sure I covered that and to let you know this is the platform that I intend to be on for now instead of doing all the writing. I'll still be doing some writing. I haven't done a ton lately. It just hasn't been kind of the thing. I've been more expressing myself vocally, I guess you could say. That's been my new thing. So I'm gonna be doing more of that, and hopefully the messages are pretty easy to receive. Hopefully you can hear me, you can understand me, I sound coherent, and that you love the beautiful flower show. At least that can be some way you can see me, because I do consider myself to be a bit of a shapeshifter, and I do love plants. And if you don't know, I do talk to trees and I talk to plants, I talk to flowers. So it's just another element of me. And when you watch the podcast, you also see these same flowers. And, but yeah, eventually you'll see my face. Eventually you will see it. If you come to yoga class, you will definitely see my face. I'm not going to show you postures where you can't see me. So I hope to see you then. And I will definitely let you know any other updates that I have in terms of what I'm doing with yoga, what is going on in other areas of my life, and the Zolkin cycle that I present. These are things that I'm very intimately connected to, that I've just chosen, that I love. And I feel it would be great to share with other people like you as well. So receive what you love to receive. You can take what you like, leave what you don't. Again, if you have any questions, please let me know. Hope to see you, quote unquote, see you soon in a class, or if you are listening to this, thank you, thank you, thank you so, so much. And just to end for the day, I say, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you feel safe, may you be at ease. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you feel safe, may you be at ease. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you feel safe, may you be at ease. One of my favorite mantras, it's an old Buddhist prayer that I learned in college when I took Buddhism. So with that, everyone, again, thank you for listening. Thank you for receiving my first recording, because I'm like, I don't always know what I'm going to say. And I started from a list and blah, blah, blah. But I do really appreciate it. And I certainly hope this platform, as well as the other things I'm doing, are going to be a contribution to you. I would love to hear from you, would love to hear your feedback. And I will talk to you all, quote unquote, communicate with you all, commune with you all very soon. Have a lovely day, night, afternoon. Have a beautiful cycle of contemplation, reflection, looking at yourself more openly, and really just seeing the gift that you are, the beauty that you are, the love that you are, because you can always choose to see it. And when you see things with no judgments, with no points of view, you really do get so many wonderful insights. But ultimately, what's revealed is the truth, the illumination of your being that is truly golden, priceless, irreplaceable. So may you know that, may you receive that. I will talk to you all very soon. Ciao, bye-bye.